You know how a lot of news anchors are kind of morons? Well, Thrash does a perfect job at showing that, and Thrash is Netflix's newest shark movie that just came out on Friday that follows a Category 5 hurricane that's hitting a small town in North Carolina, and a meat truck tips over and gets blood in the water, attracts sharks. And my name's Movie Shark, so I feel like this is something I just have to talk about. So let's always start out. The sharks, I liked them. I think they looked pretty good. The great white looked a little goofy, if I'm going to be honest. But I understand what they did for the movie. The side profiles of the great white looked really good. It was just those front shots that were a little weird. But one thing they did really well is great white actually just rolls its eye back in its head to protect it. Now, let's talk about those three kids who were trapped in the house the entire time. I didn't give a shit about those kids the entire movie. I thought they were annoying. I didn't care about their storyline. They also do like one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in any movie ever, where they throw dynamite baited with steak into shark waters, and then since the sharks aren't going by it, they go over by dynamite that is lit already and start splashing around to try and attract the sharks towards them, and yet somehow they still have time to get back to cover after the sharks arrive and miss the initial bite. And it was dumb. I think the movie would be substantially better if we just focused on Lisa and Dakota the entire time, because their story alone is interesting enough. I like that the movie was bold enough to do something we haven't seen in a shark movie before and give us a pregnant lady who's going into active labor during this event. And I think that was a fantastic storyline. I think it really worked. I think it adds a stress level to it. But I also think in the back of your mind that Netflix or anyone really probably isn't bold enough to kill a pregnant lady or her newborn. I also really like the fact that Dakota is listening to her marine biologist uncle and is putting electric things like a toothbrush or a razor into floating bags to put them out in the water, because sharks are attracted to vibrations in the water or electro frequencies. So I think that was really smart, and like they actually did their research to make this movie. Like I mentioned earlier, they got a lot of the shark things right. Smaller sharks will leave the area once a larger shark enters. Like when they're confused why the bull sharks are leaving, it's because the great white has now entered the chat. Small detail, but I did chuckle a little at the Cam Newton jersey hanging up on their wall. I did enjoy this movie far more than I anticipated I would. I'm currently working on a list of the best shark movies of all time, and I'm watching all the Sharknadoes. I'll be watching Deep Water next week, but this is my review for Thrash on Netflix. Go check it out. I actually would recommend this one.